My journey starts, I don't know, I think I was 7 or 8 years old. I read from some magazines, some breathing techniques, pranayams, right? And I start my daily practice. I was quite young, it was like play for me. So then, I don't know how, I don't remember anymore how long time I practiced. But I lived in countryside with normal family. It means I saw everything that happens in the family. Right? Do you know about what I'm talking? So, I was, I think, 16 or something like that. Then I don't know how it happened, but I just find out I couldn't sleep at night. I figuring out, my body slept, but I was awakened, and it was quite long period. I think after 20 plus years, I find out what it was. It was yoga nidra state. I think you are familiar about stages of consciousness, right? Daily consciousness, then how that in English? If you're sleeping, you have different consciousness. If you see dreams, if you don't see dreams, there's third type of consciousness. Do you know something about that? It's very common, right? But in yoga, we have 2 stages more. One is yoga nidra, which one is beyond those stages. And last one is Turyatita state. Turyatita state means you are always with consciousness. Whatever happens, your body sleeps or don't sleep and like that, right? So that's what was a small explanation of it. So then I practiced it, like I told, couldn't sleep. It was problem for me actually, something strange, right? So then was it nothing, some spiritual things, which one happened with me, it was just regular life with friends, with all those things what we are doing with friends and school and like other, right? But then, in one day, I just going to the army, to the Russian army. It was 2 years, and I was 1 year already there. And in the second year, one young guy came, and that guy became my first teacher. He teach to me some kind of Chinese martial arts, acupuncture, and Agni yoga. It was very mystical for me, it's something strange, right? So I practiced with him 1 year regularly. Then I came back to home. I became married. But I still practicing. I searching I search some teacher, which one can give answers for my questions. I looking all those teachers in Estonia, and no one can't give me any answers, which one really was practical answers, because I don't, how I say, I was always curious about practical things, how I can use those things, what is those things, how they are connected to each other, from what they coming, and those like engineering things, right? So, and but at that time I practicing, discovering many nice things. And in one day, one lady called to me and said, here is in our Estonian town, some people talking about chakras and the yoga and other things, I came. And I learned those things 4 years. It was, the teacher was one professor of biology from Russia. And he built up some kind of teachings. It was long, right? And he collects different knowledges from different traditions and make them to the one line. So it was some kind of energetical and some with consciousness practices. It was actually very powerful. So then at that time I started to teach people. I had hundreds different students in Estonia, and it was 3 or 4 years, something like that. And in one day I just said, you know, I don't have any more answers for your questions. And I stopped immediately those the teachings, and yeah, I stopped them because I wasn't able, you know. It was an honor or honest for me, right?
You were honest with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I was honest for myself. So, but at that time, I brought one piece of land. I had one child in that time, son, right? And I had planned to build up country house. You know, every Estonians live in countryside, in the forest, and you know, like that. Yeah. So, and I said, if someone just follow me. You find me there. And I think 10 people or something like this, they coming, and we're working together there, and that was start to that place which were known today, Lillor. Lillor means like Valley of Flowers. It's oldest Estonian, how I say it, place which are built by students, and like oldest community. Community is that word, right? Mm-hmm. So, and it was built. We're building many houses there, and that land belongs to me. And in one day came one guy from Netherlands, and he brings with him Indian stuff. He brings Hierakant Babaji picture. Do you know something about Hierakant Babaji? Do you know, right? That's good, right? Arti and Yaga ceremony. So, and it starts. He came there, he plays Arti. Arti is like holy songs which are not dedicated to the god, right, in India. So, and I'm looking, those things comes to our place, you know, maybe we need to continue with those things, and I need permission to do fire ceremony or yaga ceremony. And for that reason, I'm going to the India. The first time I'm going there to ask permission. I received permission, but it means that land what I had, I
pidin ära andma. To give it away?
Yeah, I let give it away to the non-profit organization, because that place must be open publicly, right? So it was approximately 50 acres or something like that, quite big, right? So I doing it, and today we have a non-profit organization. We have more than 100 members, regular members there, right? And they keep that place, right? And they practicing some spiritual knowledges through which one they growing up more and more, right? So, and we're making a lot of practices there. I'm initiated to the different Buddhist branches. I know that those things there, right? We're passing through different teachings, like public teachings and secret teachings with those people. They're coming more and more, right, by that time. And we're visiting India. Why India? India, for me, it's, how I say, It's important because people keep knowledge there. They're very good keepers of knowledge. Even they don't know 100% what it means practically. India is full of believers, but they are so good believers, amazing how they can do that. But it's a little bit, for me, it's my opinion, it's a little bit blind. But I never was a believer. I was always curious, what is behind it? What is that point, practical point? So, and today, I don't know, maybe I was over 20 times in India. I've been in the north, in the Badrinath, the Himalaya side, right? In the middle and on the down. And in last years, I'm visiting quite one time per year or two times per year, south of India, Tamil Nadu. Why Tamil Nadu? Because that is a home of Siddhas. Do you know Siddha? Yeah? It means, Siddha means humans who are received perfectness, absolute perfectness. They are practitioners, they are more than yogis. And that knowledge is connected to the Babaji Kriya Yoga. Babaji Kriya Yoga is, for me, it's very, very important because it's only action, without any beliefs. It's if you're doing those things, you're receiving those results. Do that, you're receiving that. It's very clear for me. And around the globe, we have today 4 different branches. And that Babaji Kriya Yoga belongs to the Yogira Maya branch, right? Through different times, Babaji came and he gives knowledge to the different persons, and that was beginning of that branch. Is it okay for you?
Yeah.
Without picture, right? Right? So, and that is one of them. So,
I guess Babaji see that.
yeah. Siddhas are absolutely perfect living beings with some kind of, one guy said here yesterday or something, I said, with supernatural powers. But that guy said, with natural powers.
Supernatural. So natural that they are supernatural.
So natural, they are supernatural, right? And I'm absolutely agree with him, right? We all have those powers, right? All have, but we don't know what they are, and from what they receive, you can receive, or what you need to develop to use those things, right? Those powers are blocked, or potentialities, our potentialities, right? So let me go back to that moment. It was approximately 15 years ago when Babaji Kriya Yoga came to our country. It came through book of Marshal Govindan, which one talks about Babaji and 18 Siddhas tradition. And then in one page was 5 lines, which one talked about 5 bodies, 5 koshas. At that time, I learned a lot about things, but that things and that knowledge was spread, It wasn't connected to one whole picture. I read those 5 lines, and all that previous knowledge, experiences become to one unit. It means I start to understand fully all those spiritual teachings. So, and that was so great for me. Then I start to learn Babaji Kriya Yoga. Then I become Acharya. Acharya means master teacher, who teach Babaji Kriya Yoga not from books, not from manuals, but he knows things directly from air, right? It's like that is already some kind of small riddhi, not siddhi, riddhi, right? So some kind of quality. And what happened with people if I teach the Babaji Kriya for them? Actually, it's not teaching, it's initiation, right? Because it's a very mystical and very powerful knowledge. What happened with students? They practiced it well. They received some results, but for a short time. And why short time? Because that knowledge become automized by subconsciousness part. It means they're practicing by autopilot. But Babaji Kriya Yoga means always action with awareness. It means you need to be with conscious, with awareness to practice. Otherwise it doesn't work. So then I'm making research how that process can be possible. I'm going deeper and more deeper, and I found out how subconsciousness making autopilots. Then, if I understood it, I'm making another version of teachings how we can release autopilot from our life. It means become without it. And that knowledge was so powerful, students used it, and they really changes day by day. It was so efficient, right? And then one beautiful day, one student came to me and asked, why you don't teach those knowledges publicly? Because I teach them in our place, in ashram, that spiritual place, right? I said, okay, arrange things, collect people, I start to teach them. That was 10 years ago. And today, thousands and thousands of people are past that knowledge, and they change their life by themselves.